What is up, Gato Squad? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Elias. If you are new here, consider subscribing if you like daily car content. Now, as you can see behind me, we have this really awesome M3 that I'm about to drive. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at it. It's owned by Jesse the Welder. He's the guy that's doing the exhaust on my Type R. More on that in another video. But we get to drive this around today. Let's go for a ride. Alright guys, I am in an M3 that's set up for the racetrack. It's got an RTD shifter, so I gotta get used to the shift linkage. I'm not used to it at all. Makes a good sound. I mic'd myself up so you guys can hear me. First impressions, yeah, it's a race car. So it's got this kind of a race bucket in it. It's not very comfortable, to be honest with you. But I'm sure it'd be great at the racetrack for sure. Feels great. This is a fun car. That's the first impressions. Alright, so windows are closed. We're on the highway. It's got racing tires on them, so our compound tires on it. And yeah, this is definitely set up for a track day. This steering wheel is actually really nice. Like the Alcantara steering wheel. I like what he's done with it. See if I can turn off the heater here. So this is a 1999 BMW M3 set up for the track days. This is his track car. It's got a roll bar in the back. It's got sticky tires all around with different wheels. It's lowered. And it's basically got a straight pipe exhaust to the back. So in 6th gear, we're doing pretty well. 70 miles an hour. Wow, I didn't know we were going that fast. And yeah, as you'd expect, it's a race car, so it's very, very stiff. I love the shifter. It sounds great. This thing sounds amazing. It's a bit too loud for a daily driver, but for a race car, it doesn't matter. You hear exactly what the engine's doing. I don't even need to look down at the RPM gauge. As you can see, it's got this full racing harness on it. Again, that's for the racetrack. It holds you in pretty well. Gotta get used to putting it on first. It's something I'll probably be doing to my Prelude at some point. So in this bucket seat, you really sit in the car. So, you know, it's basically got no padding. It's just, you know, a little tiny film of cloth on there. So when you sit in it, you're inside the car. All that's missing is a roll cage, and you really feel like you're driving, you know, a track-prepared car. So in this position, you basically just look right out, and all you're focused in is your gauges and the road, nothing else. The brakes are really good. I gotta get used to the clutch. And this RTD shift linkage, basically it forces it back right into neutral every time you're out of gear. And it's a very, very short throw. It's a very long rod, but it's a short throw. Definitely very cool though. We're driving in the back roads now, and it's very fun. So now I know why people get M3s, especially E36 M3s and E46 M3s, and set them up for the racetrack. I mean, this thing is very stable on the curves. It's very fun just on these back roads. You settle the back end. I mean, the back end's already settled. It's got amazing suspension on there. I'm not sure what it is. I gotta ask him what it is. But he set this up really well. I'm really impressed. So So this is why you see so many M3s out at track days. The steering is so direct, but you know, it's not crazy stiff, or it's not artificially stiff. Kind of like the Type R steering is a little bit artificially stiff in my opinion now after driving this. It just feels very direct, and the car does exactly what you want it to do. And since it's rear-wheel drive, I mean, everything so you right before the curve, you give it a little bit of gas, you kind of settle the back end, it just comes right around. You know, I'm not drifting or anything, but you don't have to be drifting to have fun in this car. This car handles amazingly well. I love the shifter, this RTD shifter. Such short throws, it's crazy. Makes heel toe and rev matching so easy. Oh, and the sound it makes. You know, it's not refined at all, for sure. Definitely not refined at all. But the straight line 6, inline 6, I mean, you can't beat the sound of an inline 6. So one thing I do want to mention, that coming from the Type R, this car definitely lacks in low-end torque. Now I can definitely tell why, besides the noise, why you can't really use this car as a daily driver. First of all, like I said, there's a roll cage back there, no back seats. This is a bucket seat. If you're on this for more than, I'd say, an hour and a half, you're not gonna have a good time at all. My butt's already starting to get numb, and I've only been here for 20 minutes. It is excellent seat for the track day. It holds you in. I mean, you're not going anywhere. It is a hard seat, and you know, for safety purposes, it's really good. Drop a couple of gears, give it the beans. Oh, sounds great. Oh yeah, really good. Let me slow down a bit. This car's hilarious. It's great. So good. And these brakes are great. I wonder what pads he's using. I think he's using Hawk pads. Hawk HP Plus pads, I believe. I'll have to ask him again. We'll interview him in a bit. All right, guys. So you guys already met him, but this is Jesse the Welder, and he's doing the exhaust on my Type R. But I just finished driving this M3 here, and I want to talk to the owner because this is a race car for sure. So when did you get the car?
I've had the car since 2008, I believe.
Nice. And you said this season you had 2 different races you did in?
Well, the car actually is it's a street modified according to SCCA rules. Well, it was before, but it also fits in the B Street prepared class, also
nice.
CSP. So the car actually won 2 classes with 2 different drivers.
Oh wow!
Myself and a buddy of mine.
So you let a buddy of yours drive the car around?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Just like I drove the car, right? So tell me a little bit about the modifications you did to this car.
Let's see. It's got a full set of, believe it or not, BC Racing coilovers, the DR series with custom dampening and
wow,
valving. It's got 12Ks in the rear, 10Ks in front, but I'm getting ready to bump those up to 14Ks because it squats too much on course. It did have an S54. I blew that up the first event, so therefore I put the S52 back in. That's why it's an SM, and it has a 6-speed from E36 M3.
Wow. And it's got that RTD.
Oh, it has an RTD shifter.
RTD shifter.
Yeah.
Who'd you get that from?
I got it from Mayor over at RTD. He actually sent it to me as a sponsorship deal. So
awesome.
He needed his shifter, and it worked because.
There it is. You guys saw it in the video. It is an awesome shifter.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. It helps keep those shifts tight.
So what kind of brakes do you use?
I run a Hawk HPS Plus.
HPS Plus? How do those do?
They do really well.
Yeah?
I did run OEM for a long time, but more traction, more brake fade.
I was thinking about getting HPS Plus for my Type R as a replacement, but I'm not sure yet.
Well, they're a really aggressive dirty pad. So
these are aggressive and dirty already. Those wheels have been on there for like what, 3 weeks, and the brake dust on there is ridiculous.
I noticed that they're really loud. So
my brakes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're really aggressive.
They're really good for the track, but I'm thinking about changing them to HPS Plus maybe. What's with the steering wheel, the Alcantara on the steering wheel? Did you do that yourself?
No, actually, I got that steering wheel from a gentleman over in the Ukraine, Andrei Andreev. I believe that was his name. He's all over the E36 forums. He makes custom steering wheels, and they're really affordable. I think I paid $240 shipped for that one.
Wow, and this is a really, let me tell you, really nice steering wheel. Like, this feeling right here is awesome.
And it's got M stitching, it's custom flat bottom. I asked him to do it, and then he put a center stripe in M blue. Really
cool, man, really cool. All right, thanks, Jesse. We'll be seeing more of you. If you have a Type R, you know who to go to.
Yes, bring him here.
Oh, wow. This is great. Oh, we're here. Wow, excellent car, so much fun to drive. Very impressive.